to fight on the landing ground.
Thank you for joining us. You are listening to A Radio, and this is the Morning Moment. Please click on the follow button on Spreaker.com. I want to give my thoughts on the social discourse and the anger that seems to be among us, or some of us anyway. There are many who are discontent with the current leadership. I will start in my home country, Canada. I, for one, cannot stand the current Prime Minister, and while he is in office, I, as will many others, will protest within the abilities of our Charter of Rights and Freedoms that will allow us to do so, or so we believe. Now, I hate, yes, hate, and that's a true use of the word, what he and his lemming followers are doing to our country. And at the appropriate time, I and many others will voice our opinions at the ballot box. And that's the right and social thing to do. Now, if someone happens in the meantime to prevent myself and others from doing so, then that is a very, very different kettle of fish. But at present, the rules are the rules, and civil discourse, that's civil discourse, will continue. Now in Germany, for instance, it's very different, where they are finding out there's only one view allowed, and the citizens there are starting to get very uneasy about it, quite understandably, caused mainly, I believe, by the massive influx of, quote, refugees, unquote. The same applies in the UK, where I believe, and others also believe, sneaky judges use tricks and the law to hide the real truth of the disgusting behaviour of certain elements of their society. I can't put it any plainer than that. Now I will turn to what I call the big prize, the USA, America. America is the key to all this unpleasantness. Why? It's simple. I heard it explained very simply the other day by Rush Limbaugh. He said something like this: they want to target our First Amendment. That's their goal. Free speech is an anathema to them. If they make it that the very concept is unpalatable to the American public, they have opened the door. They have opened the door to the only country in the world that has unfettered free speech. If you can determine that you can say this but not that, and that is too far, they have opened the door. By attacking such things as baseball logos, football logos, they think they've opened the door. Now, let's take this a stage further by uttering these nasty and vile comments and disallowing certain people and organisations onto public-funded campuses, etc. They have again moved the ball further down the road, and no one stopped them. Here's their latest gameplay. Now if you complain, you are called a racist, a bigot, a homophobe, and their latest, of course, Islamophobe. This is their goal. Even I was called a racist recently for pointing out in a recent podcast I did that MS-13 is sneaking into Canada under 57 genders open door policy. No. This is their goal. They have achieved it so far. And so they think in Canada, with their introduction of unconstitutional law that bypasses what we can and cannot say. They think they won. Whilst we believe in Canada that our charter is the goal, it is not. The main prize is America. And when you have left-wing nutballs like Maxine Waters and Elizabeth Warren saying it's okay to attack people in the street verbally for their political beliefs, then if this is not stopped quickly, there can only be one result. And none of us want that, I hope. I just want to leave you with this thought. Remember that gunman who shot those congressmen in the suburbs of Washington, D.C.? Remember the question he asked? Supposedly, we don't know. Are those Republicans? Not, are those people politicians or congressmen? No. Are they Republicans? Your thoughts? You can find more at aradio.wordpress.com, where you can find links to us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Gab, and email. We are continuing to reach out to you, so please pass on the links. Please click on the follow button on Spreaker.com. You can listen to all my morning moments at Spreaker.com under A Radio, that's EHRADIO, A Radio. and please click on the like button. And you can find all my podcasts and morning moments at aradio.wordpress.com and click on the Morning Moments tab.